Hello there, hola again. So this is my second video today. I wanted to talk about some recent news that I heard on my friend Nancy's YouTube channel, Oro Solido. She's a great supporter of people living in the US, Mexican people living in the US, migrants. And so she found that the Mexican Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Secretaria de Relaciones Públicas, just released some news about some changes that they're doing to improve on the services. They spoke about one of their strategies, the third of their strategies, which touches upon the state of Hawaii, which is where I live, and I wanted to disagree or find it surprising that what they said, it's not accurate as far as I know. So let me show you what was said. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is Mr. Julio Vasquez Bracho, I believe. I might have the name wrong, but anyway, he represents the Secretaría de Relaciones Exteriores. Let's see.
Tercera estrategia, consulados móviles y sobre ruedas.
So this is the third strategy relating to mobile consulates.
Ya comentaba Roberto Velasco del caso de Hawái.
So he says that Roberto Velasco was already spoke about the situation of Hawaii.
Que es actualmente parte de la
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Jaime Vázquez Bracho Torres. Okay, so that's the name. Three last names, so maybe one of them is compound.
circunscripción de San Francisco. Y en los últimos años se ha experimentado un crecimiento de la población mexicana en esta isla.
Okay, so he says that, Hawaii, the state of Hawaii, belongs or is part of the coverage that the consulate of San Francisco handles. And in the past few years, past couple of years, there has been a growth of a Mexican community in the state of Hawaii. That's what he says.
O en este grupo de islas, perdón. Actualmente se realizan 4 jornadas de consulados móviles durante el año.
So he says that currently there are 4 days of mobile services a year, 4 days. And so far as I know, there haven't been any because of the pandemic. And that's something that I have checked because the consulate in San Francisco has Facebook, and of course, like I also communicated with them via email, and they have never mentioned that there was a single day of services on the islands.
A diversas islas del estado. Sin embargo, no han resultado suficientes.
So he says that, however, these 4 days have not been enough. And then he describes the situation of Hawaii.
Lo que vamos a hacer es duplicar estas jornadas móviles, particularmente en las islas de Oahu, Hawái y Maui.
So he says we're going to duplicate the services to the islands of Oahu, Hawaii, the Big Island, and Maui. Again, this is a surprise. Not that it's not good that they're going to duplicate the number, but just the fact that they're saying that they already had 4 days. When? Where?
El caso de
Okay, so then that was it. The next one is Alaska, and I know that they are starting to make changes. This is very positive. However, either someone is misinforming them because so far people that live on the islands have not received the services here. And I know that if needed, one can send documents to renew your passport. That can be sent over the mail. But for the matricula consular, which is just an ID that says that you live here, you need to go in person. And again, because San Francisco is the consulate that handles Hawaii, I would need to go. People would need to go to San Francisco. There could be a direct fly, or maybe you can stop in San Francisco. I'm sorry, in Los Angeles. And then you have to stay probably at least one overnight, because maybe if you miss the appointment, then, or if you're missing a document, you have to stay longer. But unfortunately, not everyone can travel. And this is important for them to realize. Not everyone can travel because they cannot board a plane with a certainty that they can board it again and fly back. This is something that somehow they are missing. They are considering that the segment of population that live, the Mexican population that live here has or a certain status or have the ability to do certain things, that it doesn't match reality. And I think that that's unfortunate, because they're missing on a lot of on the whole idea that this is something that President AMLO is emphasizing. They not only have to be providing services, they have to do the outreach. And that includes understanding the circumstances that Mexicans face when they live in the middle of the Pacific on the Hawaiian Islands, or wherever it is in the world that they could be. So this is just something that I would like to point out. I am, again, surprised. I also just wrote to the consulate in San Francisco, because as far as I know, and it's not that they have to tell me, but I did initiate a conversation with them, asking them. And so far, I think the last time they replied was in July, about 4 months ago. So, I mean, this is a surprise. And maybe Mr. Vasquez has been misinformed. All right, I don't know. Okay, thank you for watching.